tough all the time. He looked phenomenal.
Your world heavyweight champion.
To every heavyweight out there watching, you have seen nothing yet. Now I'm going to get that belt. Straight right hand. And down goes Charissa Segala.
Killer
It's the first modern era queen of bare knuckle. A title she looks to reclaim.
There's a ferocious swing from Patrick Brady. Straight right hand. Coming forward is Zach Kalman.
Knucklemania is going to set the stage for the best year in promotion history.
We are all the way live from Satellite 5. It is Fight Week Knucklemania 5. Fight Week debut. Philadelphia, Wells Fargo Center. We're all jacked up about it. Everyone here, we're all about to die because we're working so hard, but it's all for you. Look at this. Look at this. For the Flyers. The Flyers in Knucklemania. I got my special jersey. Thank you, Serge. Boom, Knucklemania 5, baby. Let's go. I can't wait. I'm so pumped up, man. It's going to be a sold-out Wells Fargo Center. We've been talking about it off the air. There's a lot to get to today. This is a special Philly-esque show. We're going to talk to everybody today. Our buddy Travis Thompson's coming on. We're going to hear a little bit from Pat Brady. We're going to hear from, it's nonstop. We have Pat Sullivan. This guy's crazy. We'll talk to him later. And then also, we're going to have Johnny Garb. Johnny Garbarino is going to be on as well. A legend in Philadelphia. We'll talk more about all them, the interviews, and other stuff to fill in. I'm excited. Boys in the booth, I know you're excited. A big homecoming for us, huh?
Yes, we are very excited.
I can feel it.
We're cold, but we're excited.
Cold?
Yeah.
Oh, it is cold.
It's actually cold in this room today, and usually it's 80 degrees.
Yeah, and I'm triple layer with this hockey jersey. Yeah, dude, it was 8 degrees when I woke up this morning here in Philadelphia.
Yeah, good northern weather.
Yeah, it's good stuff. But it is Fight Week. We're very excited. Travis Thompson will be joining us in a couple minutes. Hello to everybody in the chat. This is it, man. This is the thing that we've all been waiting for. I mean, I know you have too because you've been following the show. But as far as us, I've been out nonstop promoting. I'm out hanging posters. I got kicked out of a farmer's market the other day. Somebody sent in a photo. I don't know if I can locate it. Let me see if I can share it with you guys. But it wasn't me. But somebody had the wherewithal to post one of our posters or two of our posters over top of a Wendy's drive-through like menu. So people would see it. I thought it was great. I saw it on a bus stop. It's everywhere. I've been out hanging up stuff. Cars are honking at me. I don't think I slept in 3 days. I'm so tired. But I'll be ready to go for Knucklemania 5 as we get ready for it. Don't forget, Travis Thompson will be the first one up. But before we do that, Broke It Brandon, you're going to have a rough time today. We don't have much of a rundown. I want to talk about Pat Brady, the Brick, fighting Zach Kalmas. Very excited for that. And we had a meet and greet with Pat Brady at Iceworks. It's a gigantic ice complex. It hosts the Flyers farm team. It hosts the college teams, everything. They have figure skaters from the Olympics there. He was there. Everyone was very excited, and I caught up with him, and we talked to him for a couple minutes. Let's show what we found out from Pat Brady, the Brick. We're here at the meet and greet at Iceworks with the Brick himself.
What's up, Tubbs? How are you, man?
I'm great. Pat Brady's here. Second fight in BKFC, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Sold out Wells Fargo Center. It's going to be sold out. It's going to be rocking.
17,000 people, baby. Let's go.
And you got Zach Kalmas, who he's been around for a while now. Yes. Bit of a veteran. More fights than you. How are you going to handle him?
Look, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do, right? Like, he's going to try to do to me exactly what I'm going to try to do to him, which is knock each other out. My expectation is a tough fight, and that's what I've been training for. And we're out there to put on a show for the fans and all those people who bought tickets, right? Like, I want to give them what they paid for, which is a war, right? A lot of blood, maybe some more missing teeth, some black eyes, right? So that's what we're out there to do.
Dude. They're going to love you. They're already starting to. So Zach Kalmas, Knucklemania 5, and we got you, the Brick himself.
Yes.
What's going to happen? Give us a prediction.
My prediction is I'm going to get to him in the second round. I'm going to overwhelm him, right? Like, he's tough, but I don't think anybody's ever really tried to get to him as much as he's gotten everybody else. So my goal is to match his energy that he's been giving out in his post fights, right? So it's time for it to be reciprocated, and we're going to go back and forth, matching each other's energy.
It's a good way to do it, man. We're looking forward to it. Show me those hands. Show me the bricks, man. Look at those things, man. He's going to be landing them on Calmus's chin.
He will be landing him on Calmus's chin. We're going to see what happens. The other thing I want to say is there were some kids at the meet and greet, and I was watching him take his hand, Pat Brady, and the kid will put his hand up. I think that Pat's fingers were like from here up bigger than mine, like the bottom notch. He's got, I wouldn't want to get hit with them, but Zach Calmus does. Zach Calmus is going to have a great fight with oh, I thought you said Travis was waiting. Oh, you're talking to the producer, Mike, aren't you? They didn't hear that. Sorry.
I am.
I didn't realize what you're talking.
Yeah, no, he's.
That's usually what you whisper sweet nothings in my ear with that mic, where nobody hears it, and you try to make me laugh. So we're waiting on Travis Thompson. He's going to pop on with us. Before we get to him, there's a lot more to talk about. We might as well. It's exciting. I want to congratulate first Cyrus Fees. He's going to be on a game show coming up with Meredith Vieira. I forget the name of it, like 25 words or less or something. I don't know, but he'll be on there. Keep an eye out for that. Congratulations to Cyrus. Also, want to talk about all the stuff we have going on this fight week. There's tons of it from the weigh-in show. Before that, the press conference. We'll get into that a little bit later. But you know what? I am seeing in the virtual green room, he is here, the animal, Travis Thompson. What's up, Travis? How are you? I'm sorry, you're not Travis Thompson. I always get it wrong. What are you? T. Travis?
Yeah, Travis. What's going on, brother? How you guys doing?
We are doing great. I know we're all excited for our big homecoming here at Knuckle Mania 5, Wells Fargo Center, but you've been at fighting for years, Travis. You got to be pumped.
Yep, I can't wait. This is going to be awesome. Finally, homecoming. I mean, this is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's great.
At the Wells Fargo, you guys. We're at the Wells Fargo.
I know. After all these years of putting in the work, and we'll talk about that in a minute, but the thing with you that I look at with you, I've known you for many years, even before Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, living around here. I've seen your boxing career, but then you kind of came over to BKFC, and you did that, and for the newer fans that don't know, the hardcores know, but the newer fans, Knuckle Mania. You were there before Knuckle Mania. You were there at BKFC 1.
I did number 1. I did the first international one.
Yep.
I did one in Florida, first one in New York, first Knuckle Mania, now the 5th Knuckle Mania.
Isn't it crazy? I think you've had it. Maybe I could be wrong. I was trying to do the math in my head before as you came on. I think you fought like 11 times for us so far. Is that correct?
Yeah. This will be number 12.
Yeah, wow, man. So let's talk about that. We'll talk about the journey to get here in Philadelphia. But before we talk about that, this is number 12.
Yep.
You can look at our whole roster, and not many fighters have had that many bare knuckle fights. So first of all, secret to longevity in bare knuckle. How have you been here for so long and such a high level you still compete at?
I don't know. I mean, I'm the animal.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way to put it. I don't let injuries don't bother me. Pain doesn't bother me. The only pain that matters is the pain that you inflict. So if I fuck something up, who cares? You move on. I'll be fine.
You just keep pushing forward. I like that. And I don't know if it was announced officially. Oh, you're breaking up. Sorry. Go ahead.
I sound the closest thing to like old school. Something goes wrong. Who gives a shit? You move on.
You're awesome. That's why we love you. And I'm glad that you've been staying in camp. You're good. It wasn't like the Christmas show a couple years ago where you showed up and you just terrorized the studio. I like when you train for a fight because you behave and you stay out of the studio. You don't terrorize us.
Yeah, I don't terrorize.
But we're happy to always have you in here. And I'm excited because, you know, you've known David Feldman probably as long as I have, even not longer. You've seen this climb through bare knuckle. Even before bare knuckle, you've seen the climb to where we've gotten to. And like I said, at homecoming, it's a big deal to all of us, but Dave has been grinding hard at this too. What do you see when you look at David Feldman? And talk about the climb he had that you watched.
So, I mean, I've known Dave for almost my entire professional career. I know he came with me when I fought in Vegas. I was boxing in Vegas. He came with me on that one. This guy's always been grinding. You guys know that. I mean, dude, he used to work at the King of Prussia Mall. He'd have a kiosk there. Christmas time, he's always hustling. If he puts his name on something, or if he, puts his mindset to something, it will happen. So, I mean, he told me bare knuckle, it's going to be next thing. I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. Then he calls me. He's like, it's done. He's like, yeah, I'm the first one. I was like, yeah, okay. He's like, Trav, I'm not kidding you. On pay-per-view. I was like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? It's awesome. And that's everything that's happened. People tell him, no, you're not going to get this state. You're not going to get that state. And what happens? He gets it. The one thing you can't tell Dave is no. That's why I told him he will never make me a millionaire.
Oh, I got to jump on that one, too. That's smart. That almost flew over my head. I got that, though.
Oh, please. You already are one. Who are you kidding?
Yeah, millionaire in love of my family. That's what I'm a millionaire in.
Yep.
Which is a wonderful thing to be a millionaire in. I know you're a family guy, too. Is your family going to be involved? Not involved in the fight, but are they coming to watch? Who's coming?
Yeah. So it's too much for my daughter.
Of course.
Like all the sounds. She can't tolerate all the noise. My son and my wife will be there. So my in-laws will be at home watching my daughter.
And you're one of the sharpest dressed guys. We say this every time you're on, that shows up for these fights. You look sharp every time. I'm sure you have the best suit of your life picked out for Philly.
You're a professional. You have to play the part. If you're a professional, you have to act like a professional. That means you dress well, because you're not just representing yourself. You're representing your team, your town, your city. Like, I'm representing Philly, okay? I'm representing Philly. I'm representing King's Gym. I'm representing all the other gyms I go to. I'm representing people in Florida. Yeah. All my sponsors, which I want to thank them all for everything, because without them, I wouldn't be able to put on the camp that I had, so I could put on the show that I'm going to put on.
Bro, you're BKFC through and through. I mean, you got the BKFC. What's your license? I don't know if I should say that. I think we filmed you on the road. Remember when I saw you on 95 that one time and I pulled up with filming you? Yeah, we showed that. So you have BKFC. Remember that you're looking over like, who's this idiot?
So it's hilarious because, like, it takes me from my house to get to Broomall maybe a half hour.
Yeah.
From Philly, 45 minutes. Now, if Soscia was driving from my house to Broomall, it's going to take him an hour.
Shut up, dude. You were breaking laws. You were swerving around. I had to catch. Shut up, Travis. I had to follow you. You're breaking laws. You're swerving around. You were going like 150. It was insane. And then I'm an idiot. And I'm looking at the road like an old man. I'm like, and I'm trying to point my camera. I'm looking at the road, and you're just looking at me like laughing.
He's got two hands.
Oh, you cut him off. There's three of me. It's scary. What happened?
I don't know. We lost him.
Well, he's going to come back on.
I think he accidentally hit the end button.
He probably did. He knew he was talking a lot of shit, so he stopped. That's what happened. He'll probably call back in. But to kind of relay the story, we had it on the show. If you're just tuning in, you've probably never seen it. But we followed him on 95 to I think it was the tryouts or it was the press conference. And he's got a car that's totally wrapped promoting BKFC, promoting the animal. And he's got a BKFC license plate. It was a cool moment. But Travis loves fighting here. And I think it's cool that not just him, I mean, other fighters too, we'll talk to them about it. They get to perform in front of their family finally in their hometown in Wells Fargo. Big deal for local fighters. Big deal for any fighter. I don't care if you're Zach Kalmas coming from non-Philly or anywhere. I don't care if you're Beck Rawlings coming from Australia. 17,000 screaming Philadelphians is going to be nuts. We were talking about your horrible driving and how you should be arrested when you cut off.
No, the funny part is watching Soscia drive. Both hands on the wheel. I mean, he's 10-2. He goes like this and like looks over. And barely takes his hands off the wheel to wave, and then puts it back down. Like, I'm like, what the? Come on.
You're not telling the truth. I only needed one finger to wave it. Yeah, that was all I needed. I didn't take it off alone.
Well, and it wasn't a typical Philly one. Baby.
So my point is, you love this company. You really do. A lot.
This company.
Yeah.
Everybody that's involved in it. I started with the Feldmans with my boxing career. And, I'll end my career with Bare Knuckle and the Feldmans and everyone associated with Bare Knuckle.
I agree. I think it's a great place to be, Travis. Now,
the place I want to be.
Yeah.
I've had offers to go other places. I've had offers to go fight other organizations, other sports. I don't want to. This is what I love to do, and these are the people I like to be around. Like, I love coming to the office to, screw around, fuck around with you guys. I love going and talking to you guys all the time. You guys are family. And that's what people don't really realize. Like, people say, oh, yeah, I'm part of the Bare Knuckle family. Dude, get the fuck out of here. I go see you guys whenever, I see you guys on holidays and stuff. It means a lot to be associated with all of you guys.
Thank you. We feel the same way. To have a fighter of your caliber and just your toughness and to watch you fight, we love it. And not only that, as a person, I'm going to say this live. Maybe I'm getting mushy because we're doing the Philly thing, but you're one of my favorite people to come. You make me laugh. Oh, that sounded weird. Damn it. They're going to isolate that clip. You're one of my favorite. They're writing down. Yeah, well, pick it up later. You're one. You're one of my favorite people that comes on the show, and not only just as a fighter, as a person, you always make me laugh no matter what kind of mood I'm in. I called Travis yesterday to book him for the show, and I said, "Look, did they talk to you yet?" And he's like, "Huh?" I'm like, BKFC didn't call you yet? He's like, "Huh?" And I go, "They didn't tell you the fight dropped off. You're fighting me now. You're getting knocked out." And he just laughed in my face on the phone. I felt him laughing in my face. He's like, "Listen, little man, what do you need?" Is that true? That's what happened. And then he wanted to come on. But the point of all this is we got all thrown off. You love Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship enough to wrap your car. You got the animal on there. So if you ever see him driving around, give him the South Philly salute and say hello to him. But what does this mean for you? Hold on, Travis. What does this mean for you? Like, as far as you're fighting, fair to say, is the biggest fight of your career, 17,000 people in your hometown, Wells Fargo Center. Your family's going to be there. Your friends are probably going to be there. How important is this fight to you? And what's that to walk in growing up around here? And I'm not fighting. I'm just yelling into a mic. It's exciting for me. I can't imagine you.
It's nothing but excitement. I mean, this is huge. I get to have my family there, my friends there. I'm fighting at the fucking Wells Fargo, dude. The 76ers and the Flyers are there all the time. It doesn't get bigger than that. I mean, shit, you could be – I mean, I've been in Tampa. I've done all that shit out there. We were at the RP Fundings there. Great. It's a great venue, don't get me wrong. It's not fucking Wells Fargo.
Yeah, 100%.
Dude, and this fucking douchebag Jeremy Stevens, like opening his mouth at the press conference and shit, he's in for a rude awakening.
He's going to get killed. They're going to go after him, dude. I'm telling you.
I told him. So what people don't realize, I'm at the press conference with them. Taylor Sterling's sitting between us.
Yeah.
And like he's talking, him and Eddie are bantering. He's saying dumb shit. I'm like, dude, shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah,
like,
I thought you were going to lunge at him. I really did.
Taylor Sterling's sitting next to us. I could just be like, Taylor, do me a favor, get the fuck out of the way. Yeah. I'd have cracked right in his fucking mouth.
Yeah, I know.
But they were already there. The crowd's already telling him he's a fucking dork.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if you saw they were screaming that stuff out. Johnny Garb, who's on later, Johnny Garbarino, he was there sitting front row, and people don't realize it. I'll talk about this with him. He is a Philly guy through and through. He turns around, he's like, "Be careful, you got to walk out of here. Watch your mouth." Like all the Philly guys are ready to kill Jeremy, and then the crowd was ready to kill him. And I don't know if you know this. You know, locally, we talked about this last week. Preston and Steve, their WMMR's morning show. There's a huge morning show around here. Dave, did you hear that when Dave was on with Eddie and Jeremy offered the tickets? Front row tickets to see somebody get their hero's face smashed in. That's upset Philadelphia more. It's insane.
Like, dude, don't get me wrong. He's doing a great job showing the shit. But
you better be careful.
But you're gonna get fucked up.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he really means it or he's selling it, but whatever he's doing, he should just go.
Selling the show, but the problem is he might not make it to the show.
There it is. This is the Wells Fargo Center. We're showing it where the Sixers played, set up for the Sixers. So you can see what a venue it is. It's big. It's state of the art. It's a great venue. One that we grew up going to concerts. I think I saw Kiss there. I've seen Motley Crue, Alice Cooper. You see the kind of music I like.
You saw Tay.
I saw what?
Tay.
What's he saying?
You went and saw Tay. You saw
Tay. I would before. No, dude. She's from Wyomissing, which is kind of by Philly.
I know, because you fucking stalker.
She used to come to my radio station. Her and Bieber, I'd leave when they came in. Why does everybody think Taylor Sterling's hot? Does anybody think I don't think she's that hot. Do you? Taylor Sterling. Not Taylor Sterling. Taylor, hold on.
Nick's going to come in and beat your ass.
Taylor, I think you're beautiful. I got Taylor Sterling on the brain. Taylor, you're beautiful. You're a head turner. You're incredible. I'm excited for your fight. Taylor Swift. What if I don't get it. I don't think she's insanely hot.
He's talking like he didn't know. He's a Swiftie. He's a closet Swiftie.
She did take me backstage before. That was cool. But I'm not a fan of her. She's not. She did. I'm not lying. Her parents took me backstage before they got divorced or something. Yeah, I don't know. They used to come in. All right. Anyway, we're all here to talk about Travis Thompson. Big night. Wells Fargo. You always hit the... Let me try that. That shit hurts. Why do you do that, dude?
Hey, I've been doing it forever, man.
Doesn't hurt you.
I do like hardscaping, so like patios and stuff. So you use a rubber mallet to hit the paver into the ground. Well, guess what? I left my mallet 2-3 feet away. I'm not going to get up and go get it, so I just punched the paver right into the ground.
Is that true? So you're not just bullshitting us.
I punch concrete. If I can punch concrete and pavers, what the fuck? I can punch my knuckles together and I can punch someone in the face.
That's very true. I'd like a video of that next time you're punching concrete. We'd like to see that. I think the chat.
Didn't you punch my little, what I have? I had a little podcast with Randy Harris in Florida. I was hitting the floor.
Oh, man. See, you come in here and you cause problems, and you don't do cool stuff like that. You don't hit the floor. You don't hit Evan or Brandon. You don't do anything fun.
I'll stay here. We'll go. Come out.
No, dude, you got a fight coming up. Don't be nuts.
It's all right. We got to come. Look,
they're going to get mad. You're going to hurt yourself.
And I got first aid right here, too. Ball.
Dude,
it don't matter. Don't bother me.
You're crazy.
Yo, Dave, I gotta fall out of the fight. My fist hurts.
Because associates. And that'll put me in there and I'll get my ass beat.
Well, what did you happen to see the Pachanga show where the guy got picked up and he
Yo,
quit?
I can't. Yo, he'll never fight again. Never in any fucking organization. He'll never fight again.
What was that, Travis? What was that in your estimation?
Got picked up and he's like, "Oh, my back." I was like, "Dude, get the fuck out of here." He probably got touched one time. He's like, "Oh shit, this is real."
If you could say something to him right now, he's watching. He's watching.
So I don't have to continue.
What would you say to him as far as being a bare knuckle fighter with 11, soon to be 12 fights, seeing something like that? I mean, I don't know if it even bothers you, but it would bother me a little bit if I had that much in you. Just kind of quit. What would you say to him?
What I'd tell him is, I hope you enjoyed it because you're never fighting again, doing fucking anything. You won't do another boxing bout. You won't do MMA, even locally. Why the fuck would I have you on in my show? Because you're a bitch. There's a chance something's going to happen and you're going to call out. I think you're a cunt and never fight again.
You know, we often say at the end of the show, see you next Tuesday, but we don't mean it like that. Travis knows no bounds, total Philly guy. Before we get you out of here, Travis, I got one more question for you. We're excited for your fight. We can't wait for that. I know you're opening the show. It's going to be awesome. But the question, they're still laughing in the control room. The question I have for you, what the hell was the question? See, I told you I can't remember stuff. There's a big question to end this with. Son of a bitch. Then you got to drop the C-bomb and throw me off. This is perfect. So there's a lot of Philly guys on the show today, right? It's a Philly-esque show. You know a lot of these guys that haven't done bare knuckle before. What would you give them? What kind of advice before they step into the squared circle at Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship Knucklemania 5 this Saturday night?
I've told them all the same thing, and the one thing is, what's the straightest point from, what's the straightest distance from point A to point B? It's a straight line, right? So don't worry about your hooks. Don't worry about winging shit. Throw shit down the middle. Straight 1-2, 1-2-1. That's what you want to do. Let them wing shit because they're going to open themselves up. Be more calculated with your punches. Don't worry about throwing volumes.
There you go. There's advice from Travis the Animal Thompson opening the card. Travis, do you have a message for your opponent before we let you go? What should you expect?
You're fucking what, 1-2? This is your fourth fucking fight. This is my 12th fight. I got 3 times as many fucking fights as you. I got 3 times as much experience in bare knuckle than you. I'm going to put you the fuck out. This is my hometown. I know you're from Lancaster. You're close enough. But I've been putting in too much fucking work. I've been training in this camp since, all December, all January, just for this fight. You're fucked. There's nothing you're going to do that hasn't been done to me before. And I want to thank all my sponsors that helped me out. That's M&M Auto. That's Auto and Lube. I got Kling Law. I got Goombas, my hoagie spot. And, dude, we're coming. We're coming for you. I'm fucking you up. That's my job.
Yeah, we're excited for it. Travis the Animal Thompson, thanking everybody, and he's very excited to be back home. We're excited to see you fight coming up. And you mentioned he's from Lancaster. For those of you who don't know, Lancaster is where the Amish live. The Amish don't believe in electricity, so we don't even know if he ever watches bare knuckle. How does he even watch tape on you? He can't watch electricity if he lives in Lancaster, right?
I don't know. Here's the one thing. What people don't realize, I don't watch tape.
I know you don't.
That's job for my trainers to do and all that shit. You've never fought me before, so it doesn't matter that you've had wins against this guy, that guy, losses against this guy, that guy. You never fought someone that will put the amount of pressure on you that I'm going to put on you. And pressure breaks pipes. I'm going to fuck you up.
We're excited about it. Travis Thompson returning home to Philadelphia, Wells Fargo Center for a big fight this Saturday night. Travis, thank you. We're up against it. I got Pat Sullivan, another Philly fighter, up next.
You having me on.
Thank you for coming on, man. Come back in after the fight, man. We look forward to your chaos in the studio. All right, I know that we're up against it. Pat Sullivan's probably been trying to get on for the last couple minutes. Is he waiting to get on? Is he here?
Oh, I'll tell you a sec.
That's how I feel, Evan. Well, as we're waiting, I'll explain some other stuff to you. We're excited about everything that's going on. Another thing I'm going to show you. I talked about it last week. I'll show Garb this during his interview, too.
What's his name? Oh, God.
What? Today's rough. Rohome Magazine. Rohome. I sound like I'm from Delco Home. Rohome Magazine. Dave's on the cover. It's pretty cool. We showed it last week, but it's a hard copy. Some Garbarino stuff in there. We'll talk to him about that in a couple minutes. Pat Sullivan, he's an absolute lunatic. We're going to talk to him soon. We don't have a lot of time with Pat. I wish I had more time, but I think he's there. He's here. Let's bring him in. Pat Sullivan.
Yo, I'm here, baby. Let's go. What's up, gang? Thank you for having me. Oh, my God. Yo, hold up. Let me I got to grab a joint. I'm smoking on that K9 pack. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That Kane Tomlinson pack. I'm going to fuck. Oh, let's go. Good morning. How you doing, Soscia? Thanks for having me.
Brother.
Praise the God.
That's it. Praise the God. The big man upstairs. I'm happy to have you here, man. Philly guy through and through, Pat Sullivan. Pat, there's a lot to get to, and I wish I could have you even longer, but we have all the schedule we have to stick to, and this is so great. Glad to have you. You're a hockey guy, Pat. Let's get right. First of all, you're insane. Let's start with that. I think people can see.
Hold on, I gotta do some conditioner. I'm doing conditioner. I'm like, hey, you earned it. Oh my God, I'm ready to jump through. Oh, I can't wait. Is it Saturday yet, dude? I'm scared for the press. Don't even have me at the weigh-ins or the press conference because it might be an early show. I'm gonna have that. No, let me. I'm a little.
No, I love it. I'm a little nervous. I mean, I was going to ask Travis that. Usually he can be a little bit of a live wire, but then I realized we have Pat Sullivan on the show, who's a live wire in his life 24/7. And I'm afraid what might happen. Sometimes those face-offs, man, it gets a little intense. Do you feel that you might show some intensity during the face-offs, during the weigh-in show in Philadelphia?
Listen, I want to tell you no, but I'm not a liar. So, I can't lie to you. Oh my God! If I see him, I don't know. I'm a little bit of a loose cannon. We'll soon find out.
He should be
Only
worried.
Time will tell.
It sounds like Kane should be a little worried heading into this fight with you. It sounds like you'll stop at nothing to distract him, play mental games, and probably just try to beat him down to the ground. Now, the thing that comes from, I know you're not like a pro fighter. I think you had some kind of amateur experience as well, but I know that you're a guy. I know from being in Philly. You're a hockey guy, and everyone who hears your name that has skated on that ice or off the ice fears you. I was at Newman College the other day. Their hockey team, all they could say is, Pat Sullivan's fighting. Oh, he's going to wreck people. Oh, they were all excited. You're huge in the hockey community. Hockey, a game known for fighting back in the day, I feel like it's switched a little bit, but you told me yourself privately one time, you weren't the best at hockey. You just wanted to go out and fight, right?
That's it. Yeah, no, I was horrible. I had no skills at all. I was just the guy to just beat people up. You know what I mean? That's all I was known for, was just banging it out with everyone. If you thought you were tough, you got to go through me first. So, yeah, hockey, it went away from it because of all, the he, say, she, we, she, they, 2025. We're getting away from that, but Pat, Trump's back in office.
Pat, I'm sorry. I apologize to you. I didn't want to upset you. I'm really sorry. I didn't ask you your pronouns when we first started. What are your pronouns, Pat?
Oh, I only go by he, and that's it. There's no just he. Pat, him. That's him. That's what they go by. Him. That's it.
All right. So let's. You love fighting. It's clear. What's your favorite hockey fight? Are there any hockey fights people can watch that you've been in online or anything like that? Where would they see?
Oh, yeah. They can go on my Instagram. I got a bunch of them. I got 1,000 of them, honestly. I don't fighting is just who I am. Look, it's funny because I tell this story a lot. I was fighting in the street versus an MMA guy. He ended up biting me. You see my lip. That's why it's like that. He bit my lip off. So, it's just now I'm finally getting paid for it. You know what I mean? Right. There's no difference.
So I hear through the grapevine that you've taken your training. I'm going to be honest with you. Don't be insulted. I think you thought maybe you were taking your training seriously. Maybe you weren't with the right people. I don't know. But I heard through the grapevine that you've recently taken your training to another level, even more serious. You're in Vegas. These are hockey. They're showing your hockey fights now. I don't want to continue with because I wanted to show some.
I got a couple more. That was the worst one. Come on.
They want a better one. They find a better one. Oh. Hey, look, I'm wearing a hockey jersey. Look, I'm wearing a Flyers bare knuckles jersey.
Oh, let's go. I love it. Let's go. I love it. Yes, sir. Let's go.
So
let's go.
As they're looking for hockey fights, they're going to kill me. So I'm not going to go to talk about Vegas because they're probably trying to find a hockey fight they can show. We'll talk about Vegas and show some of the stuff in a minute. But the other
Vegas. I would love to. Listen, I got a surprise about Vegas that people don't know.
All right.
Listen, actually, let me break the surprise. Can I break it?
If you want to.
Listen, so I hope Kane Tomlinson is watching this, and I hope he stopped drinking and smoking like he told Coach A.J. Easley. So working my corner, I got AJ Easley. He's the only bare knuckle coach to be ever inducted in the Hall of Fame. He's Christine Faria's corner. I've been working with him. You know, it's funny because he was showing me messages. Kane hit him up a couple months ago to train me because he was nervous. He didn't know what he was right. He hit up AJ and he's like, yeah, I promise I'll stop smoking and I'll stop drinking for you. AJ, he wanted nothing to do with him. So there you go, Kane. Wait till you see me and AJ. Wow. Get ready because we're coming.
Bombshell announcement. They're going to show another one of your fights here, Hawk. That's a huge announcement. Kane wanted him, and you got him. Wow.
AJ Easley, baby. There we go. There's another one. Look, I started clawing his eyes out. Hold up. You'll see. I started grabbing his eyes out and pulling his hair.
Oh, my God. He had a thumb right in his eye socket.
Yo, Pat, you're nuts. So when you guys fight in hockey, it's like you guys just like it's like bare knuckle. You guys share beers afterwards. Usually pretty cool, right? Except when you're poking somebody's eye out.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
something like that. They say. Well, I love the fighting in hockey. I kind of miss it a little bit. Do you miss that part? If you were a fan today, would you have the same love for hockey that you have without as much fighting?
No, not at all. Honestly, that was the only thing that I really liked about it. You know, nowadays it's just all skills and you know, it totally away from it. I don't even watch it that much anymore because it's just boring. I listen, like I always tell, I'm an entertainer. That's what I do. In hockey, that's what I did. If people came to see me, it's funny because like, you know, fans would come and they would only ask for my autograph. There's a reason for that. You know what I mean? Yeah. I tell people, like, I hated having my family come because I was only out on the ice for 5 minutes. I wouldn't do nothing. I would just, they would be like, what the fuck, what, you're on the bench the whole time, you know, until something popped off and they sent me out there and you know, but hey, I'm the one signing autographs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're like the face of the team when that kind of stuff happens.
Yeah.
But to go back to your training in Vegas, because I think they want to show this. You've been training with who you're saying, AJ, but also I've heard that you've been with Hall of Fame boxing coach Clarence Bones Adams. He's been helping you out, which is huge.
Yes. Bones Adams. I've been with Bones Adams. That's me and Rancis Barthelemy. Rancis is 33-2, two-time world champion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been sparring with him every day. Two-time world champion, 2 different weight classes. He's been working southpaw orthodox, going, and it's not been easy. Like I made it through, you know, and I've been putting it on him too, as you can see.
Yeah,
so
it's been
my confidence is. My confidence is through the roof. If I can put one on Rancis.
I feel like it's everybody, though, man. I mean, you see, I'm looking at my notes here. You're sparring with Shakur Stevenson. He's a pro boxer. He's a multi-time, multi-weight champion. The guy, pro boxer. I think he had maybe the silver medal, I think, in the Summer Olympics one year, if I can remember.
Yeah, silver medal. Yup.
And then you got Ray Savage, a Jersey boy, a Philly boy training with a Jersey boy. Jersey boy, this is getting serious. Getting serious.
Sir. Yes, sir. Yup.
Kyle's in here. Kyle McElroy's in here in the chat saying his name is Kyle the Irishman McElroy. He's been here longer than you. He said, get your own nickname. How do you respond to that?
Get my own. Well, first of all, I told him already. I said, sorry, I didn't know who the fuck you were until you came at me. That's not my fault. You know what I mean? But hey, look, if you want to, I fuck the weight class. If you want to find out, we can get a little open sparring and we can figure out who's actually no. Let me stop. He earned a lot. He's a great fighter. And I got Irish love. But hey, it's the offer's still there. We can bang it out too. I love fighting. I fuck a weight class.
Is there any concern with you? I've talked to Chris Lido about this before, and I think this is just your personality to be this upbeat. But is there any concern? You know, sometimes fighters are very upbeat going into a fight, and they almost tire themselves out being upbeat. They throw too much when they get in there. They're too excited. Is this how you were before hockey games too, like chomping at the bit to get out there and fight, or is this just normal you?
Listen, before my last fight, my last boxing fight, right?
Yep.
The bell rung, and I was already in the dude's corner. He didn't even get to leave his corner yet, and I was already in his corner punching on him. This is just who I am, you know what I mean? The guy didn't even get to think first, and I'm already in his corner. You know, when you start in different corners, I was already in his fucking corner, going crazy. Like, I overwhelm people. I drown you. So I'm going to drown them.
This is going to be perfect for you then. You're starting face-to-face, 3 feet apart. You're towing the line. Wells Fargo Center going to be huge for you. You know what? It's fine that you're not going to beat somebody in the ice at the Wells Fargo Center on Saturday night because you're going to do it in the middle of the squared circle. And I know Philly's looking forward to it. So are we. I saw your face on a billboard. Congratulations. Pat Sullivan.
Vegas and Philly. Wait, hold on. Before you let me go.
I want to say something. Hold on. Pat Sullivan, they call him the Irishman. I call him the lunatic. Go ahead, Pat.
whatever you want to call it. But look, before you let me go, Kane, I got a gift for you. This is the only thing I'm giving for you. Here's a pillow with your name on it. But you ain't getting a blanket. Fuck you. I got a pillow nice and ready for you. Jerk off. But that's it. I got a gift for him. That was my gift. I got a nice pillow. We're ready for him. He ain't getting a blanket, though. He can go fuck himself. But that's it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Pat Sullivan, the Irishman here, saying what he's going to do to Kane Thompson Jr. this Saturday night, Wells Fargo Center, Knuckle Mania 5. I'm getting a little nervous. Thanks for joining us, Pat. We appreciate you, man.
Bow, bow, don't blink. Let's fucking go.
Lunatic.
Let's go.
Yo, I think if I did a longer interview with him, it'd be more fun.
That
but
guy's awesome.
I think I'd need the pillow by the time I'm done. I've never met somebody with more energy than
We
me.
just cut off as we were fading out, but he was just like screaming into the camera right before he hung up.
I love Philadelphia fighters. Like, he's insane. And I mean that with love. Like, he's wow. Johnny Garbarino's coming on. I don't know if he's waiting, but he'll be on in a couple minutes. He is huge in South Philly, in Philadelphia, I should say, in the whole Philadelphia area in pro boxing, making his debut at Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. And that's what this show is, kind of introducing you to some of the Philadelphia fighters at Knuckle Mania 5. I am seeing, though, while we're waiting in the chat, Evan, I don't know if you've been seeing this, it looks like Kai Stewart and Nathan Rivera are going at it. They're fighting in the chat. If you're watching us on Instagram, come over to YouTube, The Bare Knuckle Show. You can see Kai and Nathan fighting in the chat. And I was trying to pay attention, but I was trying to pay attention to the chaos with Pat, the ADHD it's Pat. But we'll talk more about that afterwards. Remind me to talk about this Rivera and Kai Stewart going nuts in the chat here. But right now, he's making his debut. We're very happy to have him. Took some time out of his day. Johnny Garbarino. They call him Johnny Garb. Always dressed to the nines. How are you, Johnny?
How are you? How you doing?
I'm good. Hey, I have a question for you. And I don't know if I'm supposed to say this publicly, but I noticed when your number came through when we were talking, you have a great, is that your first name? What a great first name. You should go by that. It's an Italian great first name. Is it Giovanni?
Yeah, Giovanni. Yep. Giovanni Gaetano Garbarino.
Why don't you use that?
Easier to just call me Johnny. Everybody's used to it.
Oh, there's Johnny.
Johnny Garb for short.
All right. I like Johnny Garb. I like Garbarino. I like the fellow Paisan. And I was talking you up a lot. I know you were busy today, but before you got on the show, you can see how to spell his name here. This is great. John Garbarino. There it is. Before you got on the show, I was talking about how you are legendary in the Philadelphia area for boxing. I mean, I knew who you were before this. I'm excited to see you fight. We still have Johnny. Is he still there?
He's here. We just lost him.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm here.
We lost your video. So, Johnny, that's all right. You got a lot going on right now. Being the guy who you are in the Philadelphia area, you're just used to being the man. I mean, you walk around the street, you're the man. But I think about this card. It's a very special card, Wells Fargo Center, for you, and I'd imagine it's probably one of, if not the biggest in your career. What does it feel like making the debut in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, coming from boxing, being a king of Philadelphia in boxing, I would call you. And now you're coming to Bare Knuckle. And on the Bare Knuckle card at Wells Fargo, let's be honest, you're probably used to being the main event or top of the card. You're pretty high up there, but there's other guys above you, which is fine. Because how does that feel to have to make your way? And are you up for that challenge to make your way in Bare Knuckle like you did in boxing? How do you feel about that?
I mean, I'm really excited. I'm ready to put my time into this sport and just make a name for myself. I mean, I have a lot to show the world that I haven't done yet. So I think it's a big challenge for me, but I'm super excited to face it. And especially in Wells Fargo, I mean, it's in my backyard. So honestly, I think it's like a dream come true for me. Yeah. This is really great. And I always thought I would be great in sports in general. I actually played hockey there twice for the Flyers Cup. And just to be able to have a fight there is amazing.
Yeah, it's cool to play. It's cool to play hockey there, but now you're plying your trade or your new trade. It's a change up from boxing, and I know you know that. I think we talked about this when we were at the 2300 Arena. The fact that boxers come here often, and Austin Trout figured it out. A couple of people figured it out. I say it all the time, but they can't seem to figure it out to one or two fights in. You don't have the surface area to block. It just you're a boxer. I'm sure you've studied all this. Has all this come into your mind? How have you changed your camp? Is it a different type of camp for Bare Knuckle?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely changed my camp a lot. I stopped wrestling about, 4 to 6 weeks ago, I'd say, like all in all.
Okay.
I typically wrestle, every other day because of MMA. But it's all boxing. If anything, we're doing light Muay Thai, clinch style work, just all hands and manipulation, like top level wrestling, let's call it. Even like hand manipulation. I'd say the biggest difference is how people block in this. I think you should have a high guard and block maybe even with your elbows and try to break the opponent's hands, or just parry different. But yeah, you got to be a lot more disciplined. You don't want to reach for punches. Let the punch come to you, because they could redirect a punch and it's lights out real easy. Especially if you get touched once or twice. I mean, it could be a devastating cut.
Yeah,
well,
hold on, stop there. Wait a minute. You just said what I was going to lead to. That's why I didn't mean to cut you off, but I have to. You said it could be a devastating cut. And the interesting thing that stood out to me when we spoke the first time you were on the show, in all the fights you've had, you've never suffered a cut, I believe you said. That's correct, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, true. Are you ready? Let's be honest. It's bare knuckle. Are you expecting? Are you ready to suffer the cuts? I mean, you're probably.
I'm ready. I'm ready for the worst, but I mean, I'm expecting to not get hit. I mean, I have a different way about me. I don't have a let's call it a style, right? Mm-hmm. Certain styles in boxing don't last forever. They're fun to watch, but I don't want to, be damaged later in life. I want to be able to complete a sentence, mm-hmm. Be with my family and all that. So, am I ready for the worst? Yeah, I'm ready to be cut up and go, 5 full rounds, if not, that extra round to make the decision happen. I don't care. I'll go into sudden death. But, the goal is to hit and not get hit.
Of course.
This is a sport, you know what I mean? And even if it's fighting, I'm going to hit him and not allow him to hit me. That's it. Stay up on the scorecards, whatever I have to do.
So the most important question of this interview will probably be this. Last time we saw you, and every time I've seen you, like I said, you're dressed to the nines. You had your gator shoes on. Are you wearing your gators today?
Yeah, I got ostrich ones on.
Ostrich, that was ostrich. I knew it was something I couldn't afford. You get them done. You get them done in Italy.
Sad occasion today. I'm actually waiting in line over here for a funeral.
Oh man.
But that's why I'm dressed like this. But I try to always dress well. I like to hold myself in high regard.
You love Philadelphia, like a few others I've seen. Matter of fact, I said this earlier, and I don't think people got to see this. I don't know if you've seen it yet. The cover of Row Home magazine, which is widely distributed in the Philly area, and there's a big
mm-hmm.
picture of you in there as well. That's got to feel good. You're coming home. You can see you can see your picture in there too. It's somewhere in here.
Yeah, definitely a great feeling. I haven't even grabbed an issue, but I've seen the online version, and a couple of people were sending me some videos and some pics of it. I'm grateful, just to have the opportunity. Like I remember in my early fights, everybody knew me in South Philadelphia, right? But even you would go to like Southwest or West Philly or North Philly, and you try to promote yourself, right, in your early fights. So the promoters would give you posters. David Feldman being one of my promoters at the time, and Mike Bickings, they gave me posters, gave me postcards, gave me things to put up. And I would go into these corner stores, poppy stores, or just regular supermarkets or corner bars that I wasn't part of the neighborhood. And I would ask them to put my poster up. And some of them even turned me down. A lot of them were grateful. They were like, they were wishing me luck. But just to be in a position now, to be in a couple magazines, to be in commercials, big people's posts, maybe some billboards. I mean, it's a great feeling, to be known and to make a name for yourself.
And after they see you fight this Saturday night, the bare knuckle faithful, the fans, they've never seen you. They're going to become an even bigger fan. I have a feeling that, and I can't wait to watch you climb here. Now,
I believe that. I think I'm going to win this crowd over, definitely. And it's just, honestly, it's just me being myself, just the organic me. I think people enjoy me. I'm a people person. Yep. I'm good with people. I can relate to the highest class of people and the lowest class of people. I mixed cement when I was a kid. I worked in kitchens my whole life. I went to culinary school. I did construction my whole life. Like, I don't know. I could sit in any room and be comfortable within who I am.
Yeah, you're always very real, and I noticed that at the press conference. We spoke about this earlier. I think I was talking to Travis or Pat Sullivan. It all runs together, but I mentioned that I think it was Travis, because Travis said when Jeremy Stevens, who's fighting Eddie Alvarez, of course, in the main event, he said that when he was talking trash on Philadelphia, Travis had Taylor Starling between them, and he was like ready to lunge at Jeremy because he didn't like the way he was talking. And then people don't realize it because it wasn't on camera. It was one of my favorite moments of the press conference. You're down the bottom. You just turn around and you go, really calm. You can hear it. I think it's in some of our promos. You go, yo, you better watch the way you talk. You better watch your mouth. You got to walk out of here today. So all these Philly guys want to beat up Jeremy Stevens, I feel like. I don't know if he's going to even make it to the fight. And here we have you, the king of Philadelphia. They're going to go wild for you. But, I mean, that was you. Did that just come out of your mouth? Like, what? You didn't like the way he was talking? You love Philadelphia.
Listen, I know of Jeremy Stevens, but I don't know him. He doesn't know me. And I had all the respect for him up until that point. I was just listening and being a fan, to be honest. It was my first big press conference in front of all that many people. And I was just absorbing everything. But when he got out of line like that, I just felt like it was my position to stick up for my fans. And I'm from South Philly, Eddie's from Philadelphia, but I'm from South Philly. And don't talk about my people like that. Don't talk about our neighborhood. I'm not comfortable with that. And he is lucky to walk out the front door.
Yeah, South Philly, dude. I mean, look, it's the proudest neighborhood, or I should say collection of neighborhoods that I've ever been amongst. And to talk like that anywhere in Philadelphia, especially South Philly, he's going to definitely.
We're built a little different than the rest of the country. It's our own breed of people.
Do you remember?
Do
you remember when they tried to? Was it? I was doing I made BLM or some kind of riots or protests, whatever you want to call them. You guys guarded your own Walmart. You guys didn't let him in, and they tried to take down the Columbus statue. You guys surrounded
crazy stories even off the air after, but just being on here now, I remember BLM, Antifa, a couple whatever other terrorist, I call them terrorist organizations at this point. And thank God my man Trump is back in the office, so we could speak freely and not be afraid to do that. Not that I was anyway, but just the general public. But when they started to come down and threaten our way of life in South Philadelphia, it just gave us a reason to stick together more and gather and basically make a hangout out of it, because we stood in front of all the statues, the Christopher Columbus statue, the Rizzo statue. We defended everything. Every single day we took turns. And when I tell you the guns came out, they came out. Everybody was prepared. It was pretty close. And listen, I'll be honest. I think Brooklyn and maybe a neighborhood in Boston, where all the Italians are. I don't know if it's the North End or what, but these are the only 3 neighborhoods that I'm confident to say did not take our statues down, and you're not doing any of that stuff in these neighborhoods.
It's crazy.
We're different. We're different people. Italians stick together, and we have balls. You know what I mean? And we can be even a smaller group, but we're not going to, bend over for anybody, and you're not going to threaten our way of life. That's dead.
No, I've seen it. Like I said, I'm from here. I remember seeing it on the news, and that just if you don't know, in a nutshell, that's where Johnny's from. That's the kind of person he is, and he's a great fighter too that I've been watching for years. So we're excited to see him make your debut.
I think we're fair, man.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a little story too.
I'd love to hear it.
While I'm on here, my great grandfather, he came from Italy, right, along with my other great grandfather. They both fought in the war, World War II. And one of them lost his arms. He covered a grenade and protected a couple of his friends, and he lost his arms. So that all being said, just that one little story of a hardship of the journey and, part of a life story that I could be proud to tell. Like, I'm never going to let people disregard what people and men like him of his caliber have done for our freedom.
Yes.
For our country, for our neighborhoods, everything that we stand for, culture and tradition means everything.
Yeah. And
we are nothing without that,
I agree 100,000%, and I feel the same way. Those were men, and they fought for. I say it all the time. My grandfather, World War II.
They don't make them like that anymore.
No, man, they were men. Like you're a man, I'm a man. We can try, but they're men. Columbus Day is a day of Italian pride. That is so true, because Columbus Day back in the day for Italians is how we made our money. You understand? We'd have events around it and stuff. That was a way that the settlers came over and made our money with Columbus. It was a very special day. So I don't think the rest of the world understood that when the Columbus stuff was happening. South Philly definitely did.
No, not at all.
Johnny Garb.
And a lot of my parts of my family too are from Southern Italy, but I'm also Genovese. So Garbarino, Italy, if you put that in Google Maps, that's where my family's from. And it's not too far away from where Christopher Columbus is from. So I love Christopher Columbus.
Yeah, man. How can you not? It's being an Italian from South Philly, growing up, it's like steeped in you to love him. So
of course,
there's a question here from Little Ben in the chat. He said, "My question for Johnny Garb is he staying around or is this a one-time thing? What are you thinking? You gonna know when you get out? Do you know going in?"
Yeah, I mean, I have all the aspirations to stick in this sport. For sure. My goal always from day one was to be in the UFC. But David gave me a nice opportunity here, and I like the organization. I mean, bare knuckle is it's almost just an opportunity for me. I think it's a very early stage in this sport and in this organization as a whole, I don't feel like they have any stars yet. Like Mike Perry was a star in UFC and came over, and he might even made himself a little bit bigger, you know, and all the respect to him. He's a great fighter, you know, and other people like him. But I think it's still the early stage of birthing a newborn star. And I think I could definitely be one of them. I think this sport has a lot of room to grow and just develop with a lot more people.
I agree 100%. I think it's a great place for you to be.
Star.
Yeah, it's a great place for you to be and watch your star shoot up. I mean, you're going to see more of that as this
I don't
thing
see any
grows.
Italians there either, too, doing it right. If
I'm the only one, and I don't fight. Let's see. I got two Fugazis. They're not. You're no Italian in there. Is there any Italian in that control room?
No, well, Irish.
Irish. Well, we had the Irishman on. We had Sullivan on before for you. All right, we're good. So, Brandon just staying silent. What are you, Brandon? Are you a mutt? What are you?
What are you?
German-Irish.
All right, why are you being so quiet today?
My Kraut Mick friend.
All right.
Listen, whatever you are, be proud.
That's right.
Be proud.
That's right. That's right. So before we let you go, Apostle Spencer, that's who you got. I think he's from the world of boxing too. I believe we found him at the BKFC Prospect Series in his hometown of Albuquerque. Chris Lido was impressed with his toughness. I know he was coached for a while by bantamweight contender, I think it was Derek Perez. And I do know I made a note this.
So he's from New Mexico. I thought he was from Arizona.
Yeah, it says here that John and Eric Dotson, John Dotson, huge there. I guess he spent some time training with them as well. The point is, that's for the people that don't know who you're fighting, a little bit of a background. But as far as you, how do you beat him? What do you have to do?
Just fight like I fight. Forward pressure. Don't allow this guy into the fight at all. Don't let him breathe. I believe my cardio is going to withstand anything. So no matter where this goes in a fight, between toughness and being in cardio shape, I think I beat him everywhere. And skill. You know, I don't think this guy's going to be able to even hit me. And if he does, he's going to get punished 3 times over. Right. So I mean, I'm very set. I'm very focused. I don't think this guy's going to have any chance in coming close to touching me.
Well, I can't imagine when it's all said and done, you're standing there with your arm up in the air, announces the winner in Wells Fargo in South Philly, your hometown. Yep. You could probably walk home when you're done if you wanted to. It's going to be cold, but
out of principle, I will in the freezing cold.
All right, Johnny Garb. I
can.
I like Garbarino because it sounds Italian. Johnny Garb sounds good too. I know they call you that. What would you rather me call you? What should the fans call you? They're new to you.
Whatever you'd like, my friend. Whatever you'd like.
I always say
Triple G of MMA. I was going for a while, but whatever you want to do.
All right.
Giovanni Gaetano Garbarino is my full name.
That's the best one. I'm going to make him call you that on the commentary at least once.
I would love that. Yeah.
Garbarino, you're a good dude. Your family's been a pleasure to work with as well. Thank you for coming on, and we're excited to see you this Saturday night.
I appreciate you guys. God bless.
God bless you.
Thank you so much
I hope
again for having me on, and thank you. Thank you so much. I'll see you at the fight.
Yeah, thank you, and God bless you. I was trying to say because thank you for taking time out of a funeral. That's how serious you are. We really appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I had it scheduled with you just 2 days in advance, and then they hit me with the time of this, and it was just super bad timing. But all
right. Well,
I literally, when I tell you I can't make this up, I just walked out of mass, and we're about to do the burial right now.
All right, let me let you go then. Thank
God bless you guys. Take care. All right.
Thank you, Johnny. Johnny Garbarino, love that guy. He's very, I can't believe he stopped in the middle of a funeral and now he's going to the burial to come talk to. That may be the only time it's ever going to happen on this show.
Yeah.
Have we had that happen yet? I don't think so.
No funerals.
I might have my own funeral soon, man. I'm running on fumes here. I'm excited, but
getting sick?
I know. You keep saying I'm getting sick.
Dude, we can't go down this week.
We're not going down. You're
the
only person who goes down on this team anyway, I'm sure. You take it that way. I didn't mean it like that. All right, let's finish up. What do we have here? All right, let's talk about the press conference.
Let's go through the schedule this week.
Well, let's do that.
We got a lot going on.
Press conference first. Now, this is a big deal because I don't know if this has officially been announced. Connor might have said it, but just so you know, press conference 3 p.m. It's open to the public. We want you there at Parks. That's in Bensalem, Pennsylvania. If you're coming in to the area, Bensalem is probably about 40 minutes away from Philly. Probably about that. So make your plans to be there. Special guest Conor McGregor. He's going to be in the house. You add him to the mix, you never know what's going to happen. On top of, Jeremy and Eddie going to be going at it. You saw Pat. I wonder if Pat Sullivan's going to be there. Oh my God. Let's go see what else happens.
Got to be.
Yeah, I hope so. No one will get a word in.
Give that guy a microphone, please.
He can run. It's like, man. All right, let's keep going. Weigh-ins. Now, the weigh-in show, I'm excited for this. It's an Xfinity Live. If you're not local, that's right next to the Wells Fargo Center. Everybody goes and parties there and stuff, and it's going to be great. We always say, I say it when I open the weigh-in show, we never know what can happen. You know, everyone's tempers, and not even temperament, I should say, is, you know, these guys have been cutting weight. It's crazy. And then some guys are like, Pat Sullivan's going to be there as well. You got Travis, time bomb. Pat Sullivan, time bomb. Am I missing anybody? Zach Kalmus can be crazy but professional too. I mean, and then you got this hate that Jeremy has for the city, and it's seemingly for Eddie Alvarez, thinking he can beat him and thinking he's too old and stuff, which Eddie doesn't like that. Eddie said it awoke his ego a little bit. He doesn't get that a lot. So that could be crazy. And then on top of that, you got Conor McGregor going to be there too at the weigh-in show. Xfinity Live, Knuckle Mania 5, Philadelphia, our hometown. Could it get any bigger? I mean, this is insane.
Yes, it can.
I know.
With the Fan Fest.
Look at you. You picked up that transition I gave to you. BKFC Fan Fest, Xfinity Live. That's right before the fights. 1 to 7 p.m. will be going on. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have a huge concert in the parking lot. There'll be giveaways. There'll be food and drinks. There'll be meet and greets. There'll be BKFC superstars there for those meet and greets. There'll be some tickets available, possibly if we're not sold out by that point. I'm told that the concert's going to be huge. It's going to be awesome. All-day event. Come out, drink, have fun, enjoy yourself at the Fan Fest. Again, Xfinity Live. It's kind of in the parking lot of Wells Fargo Center. You'll see the massive people. The gates open at 1, I believe, and then the concert goes to right before our show. So you can pop out of the concert, head right into our show, and continue the party. We're very excited about that. Then the main event of the year, the main event of our company, I should say, Knuckle Mania 5. And Evan and Brandon, I got to be honest with you, I'm embarrassed by this. Usually I'm pumped up for Knuckle Mania, and that's all I can think about when we're going into it. I'm excited for Knuckle Mania, but Knuckle Mania is like an afterthought. All I can think about is this is our debut in Philly, like for me being local. Does that happen to you? Or you like? I almost forget to grasp it. This is Knuckle Mania.
Yeah, I mean, sorry that the heat kicked on. It's probably loud, but I'm excited. But really, we just wake up this week and we just want to survive.
Yeah, that is part of it. You're going to bring me down. I'm all pumped up. I am.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Like I told my wife that tomorrow, act like I'm on traveling. I'm not here. Just
I had the same talk.
Yeah, I think Brandon had that too. We all did. But the point is, like, Knuckle Mania 5, it's a huge show anyway. We know Knuckle Mania is our favorite show of the year. We know the sizzle that's going to be. We know Connor's coming. I'm told that Mario Lopez is going to be in the house. The list of celebrities goes on and on. There's rumored celebrities. There's fighters. They all come to it. Eddie said that himself on a radio interview we were on. He said that when he realized when he was in the right place to fight, he looked around after his fight, and he was entertaining all the fighters. So the fighters kind of come to us for their entertainment. I think that's a great way to put it. There's going to be celebrity. It's going to be nuts. I think we just signed a deal with Jason Kelsey's Garage Beer. That's huge. There's a lot going on. They're going to be pouring Garage Beer at the Wells Fargo Center.
There's a giveaway going on right now.
What's the giveaway?
You can shoot over to our Instagram. It's from Garage Beer. They're giving away 6 pairs of tickets.
Really?
You couldn't get tickets. They're giving them away.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that happened because I knew we were. I was talking to Kelsey on the phone the other day. I know you were on the call too. And we'd asked him to do that, and he said he was going to do it, but I didn't think you never know. So I'm glad he decided to do that. That's set up by the Bare Knuckle Show, Garage Beer giveaway. You could win some tickets from Garage Beer if you haven't bought them yet. You haven't bought your tickets yet, which you should, because I know everyone says it. I'm so tired of promoters saying, avoid the sellout. They're saying, limited tickets available. That's usually BS to get you to buy tickets. This is not BS. The tickets are going to be gone. There's not many left. This is awesome for our debut in our hometown. And the reason there's not many left is because, I mean, Dave Feldman today, he's already taped something for Fox Philadelphia. I think is he on live he's on at 2:30 today, right? On Fox Philadelphia? I think it's 2 mics and a bill. He's going to be on there. So if you can stream it online. If you live locally, 2:30 Fox Philadelphia, 2 mics and a bill. He'll be on that, I believe. And then on top of that, I mean, we've been getting all kinds of coverage for everything from, here's more local coverage. It's talking about Fist of Flesh, Bones to Domes, WDEL out of one of our great media partners. They were, I used to actually work on their sister station. They did a great article on us. Okay, that one's not going to go up. I'll move to the next one. Yo, Evan, is Brandon sleeping or what's going on?
Yeah, he was actually.
Yeah, he's tired.
He's
I
looking.
don't know what you're...
WDEL, a great news article, a local organization that was texted to you before the show. WDEL. I keep even. I don't want to shout these guys out. They help fire me. And I keep shouting them out. Forget about it then. Don't show it. All right. And it's better off. And then, matter of fact, Taylor Starling's going to be on the air tomorrow on WDEL. We're taking her to an interview. I think she's also going to be on locally iHeartMedia, which is Q102, Alt 1045. If you're in Philly and everywhere else, they'll be on their Instagrams. And then I believe you have this one. It was sent with the other one. There's rumors.
I found it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, just give me.
It's.
It was right before the show. So.
What does that mean to me or the viewers? I don't understand why you're saying. Nobody can hear you.
I know.
Can you please put the mic toward his face, Evan? Because he's not doing it.
Holy shit!
I still can't hear you. Is your mic off?
There you
There you go.
go,
WDELs, they're covering it, and we have everybody. I mean, we've had it in the Inquirer. Everyone in Philly's talking about it. When you walk around, I've never felt it like this before. And then I heard this rumor. I don't know if you saw this. Sylvester Stallone might be there. I mean, Rocky at a bare knuckle fighting championship event. That was on SI.com, their MMA knockout. Like, it's not just some, fly-by-night journalist. They're reporting this. Dave was talking about it. Stallone being there would be really, really cool. I think it would be amazing. I think that, look, we just say Stallone's going to be there. Then whether it's, Sly or Frank, it doesn't matter. You just have a Stallone there. But I think it'd be cool to have Sly there. Sly is one of the only celebrities that I would, I don't really get excited all the time, to go get a picture. I don't ask for pictures. A lot of marks do. We don't ask for pictures. Selfies to post them online. But I would do it for Sly. Oh, they're laughing in here because they know I'm right. Am I right? Come on, put the camera on yourself. Marks.
I'm just happy. Who are you talking about?
I'm not saying everybody. Everybody but us. Put your pictures online. Good for you. Take the pictures. What else do we have here? Screenshots. We got Sly. I don't think we sent them to him, but I was talking about street team sightings. We've been all over the place. If you look around in Philly, you're seeing billboards. You're seeing posters. It's Knucklemania 5. Am I forgetting anything?
No, I think you're good.
I think I'm good,
Did we do
too.
the mailbag? Is that?
We didn't really do it because today was a Philly-centric show, and we just focused on Philly. So if you did write into the mailbag, if it wasn't Philly, we didn't put it on.
Anything from, what's his name?
There's no Randy. Did he die?
I don't know.
I know Little Ben was in there. Ben, I saw the chicks that were fighting in Peru. That was pretty cool. I didn't put that on the show today, though, but maybe we'll show it next week. And, thank you for all the stuff. You can always submit it if you want to. We can air more next week. It's thebareknuckleshow@gmail.com. Until then, I'm going to take a slug of my local Wawa coffee. I don't think we're even sponsored, but I'll show them off. And I'm going to say, here we go, baby. The road to Knucklemania 5. You didn't get your tickets yet. It's going to sell out. Get them now. If you have to travel, book your air flights. What are you doing? Quit your job. Leave your family. Come to Knucklemania 5. It's the only thing that matters this Saturday. And come party with us. It's going to be amazing. Our debut at the Wells Fargo Center. We can't wait. Let's go!
January 25th at the Wells Fargo Center. Finally, the BKFC brings the baddest show on the planet home.
The Underground King!
Goes Bobby Taylor. He fights tough all the time. He looks phenomenal.
Your World Heavyweight Champion!
To every heavyweight out there watching, you have seen nothing yet. Now I'm going to get that belt.
Straight right hand, and down goes Teresa Segala.
Killer
The first modern era queen of bare knuckle, a title she looks to reclaim. These are ferocious swings from Pat Brady, straight right hand. Every quarter is Zach Kalman.
Knucklemania is going to set the stage for the best year in promotion history.